Good morning. I'm going to call to order this public meeting of the Arapahoe County Board of County Commissioners for April 23rd, 2019. To my left is John Christopherson, the Deputy County Attorney. To my far right is Jolene Sanchez, the Assistant Clerk to the Board. Ms. Sanchez, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Conti is absent and excused.
Correct.
Commissioner Holland?
Here.
Commissioner Jackson? Here. Commissioner Sharp?
Here.
Commissioner Baker?
Here. Commissioner Holland, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Holland. Mr. Christopherson, are there any modifications to the agenda this morning?
There's one modification. We'll be removing item 7F from the agenda today.
Any commissioner comments or questions about that?
I will move approval of the agenda as amended.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Sharp, seconded by Commissioner Holland. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any objection or abstention? Seeing none, that motion carries. This is the time that we've set aside for any citizen comments. If there's anyone in the audience that would like to address the Board of County Commissioners, there's a 3-minute time limit per person. If you'll make yourself known to me, if you're a citizen here to make any comments. Seeing none, we will move on from the citizen comment period. We have one ceremony this morning. This is the retirement ceremony for Teresa Chappelle, and I'll ask Keith to come forward. Good morning, Keith. Good.
This is a pretty hard thing to do. Teresa and I have been together for such a long time since I started with the county. Right, Teresa? We were just talking about, 17 years? She's been here 20-some odd years. So, come on up here. Be here with me as I read this. We started together, and I want this for us to be together. So, I have a resolution put together. Huh? They did, but I have to read it out loud, don't I?
No, he's the presenter, so he'll read it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of reading.
Why do you think I asked you to read? No. Now you see what we've gone through. You see what we're going to miss. This is my work wife. She keeps me in line. Trust me, all the time. Oh, yeah, always. Whereas Teresa Chappelle began her employment with Arapahoe County July 31st, 1995, as an admin clerk in the Support Services Department / Purchasing Division. She was promoted to purchasing agent January 21st, 2003. On January 2nd, 2004, she earned her Certified Public Purchasing Buyer, CPPB, designation from the Universal Public Purchasing Certification Council, and was promoted to senior purchasing agent on December 21st, 2006. Teresa will retire on April 23rd, 2019, after 23 years of valuable service to Arapahoe County. And whereas Teresa volunteered to be the Finance Department's representative on the Executive Safety Committee in 2014 and in 2017, she was elected chair of the committee. Throughout her whole term on the Executive Safety Committee, she always contributed information and then shared information from the Executive Safety Committee with the finance at their department safety meetings. Additionally, she hosted monthly safety meetings within the department, providing training based on trends or other safety issues. She will be deeply missed on the Executive Safety Committee and throughout the county, as she has a true champion of safety and has done so much to cultivate the safety culture in Arapahoe County and in finance. Whereas Teresa Chappelle demonstrated the spirit of service first in 2004, when she volunteered as the Veteran Safety Officer for Arapahoe County for 3 months, until Community Resources was able to hire a permanent VSO. she performed this function to the benefit of veterans that she cares so deeply about, and all the while performing her regular duties at a high level. That to me was really outstanding, because she had shared some stories with me when some of the people came in to visit her, and she was always there for the veterans. And that is something that she would really say some stories that really break your heart, right?
Best, toughest job ever.
And you did it very well. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Whereas Teresa earned the utmost expected admiration from her colleagues, co-workers, by virtue of her knowledge of procurement law and ability to always treat others with respect, even when dealing with challenging issues. And whereas Teresa will long be remembered for her by elected officials and department directors for her knowledge of procurement law, sense of humor, and ability to connect with people of all stripes, and will especially be missed by the many who consider her a friend and not merely a colleague. Whereas Teresa will also be remembered for her gavel that she would carry from pre-bid meetings to pre-bid meetings, and really she would open them with the gavel and close them. And by the way, the managers gave her a plaque with a gavel with the Arapahoe County logo on it. You should have bought the gavel. And everybody knew where there was a pre-bid meeting when she'd walk down the hall with her gavel. Whereas Teresa's anticipated time with her grandchildren will help her make the transition smoothly into the next chapter of her life. Whereas Teresa's presence will truly be missed by all the many good people employed by Arapahoe County. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Arapahoe County to officially recognize the contributions that Teresa Chappelle has made as a valued employee of Arapahoe County, and hereby declares that her future shall prosper as Arapahoe County has under her dedication and service. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, let's hear from Teresa first.
There you go.
We'll ask for a motion.
I truly enjoyed working for the county in the purchasing field. The process has always been the same, but the project as a team hasn't. I've met so many different people, internally, externally. I've worked with every department and office, and it has been truly a wonderful experience in learning so many things. I've been on just about every single roof that the county has, the warehouse being the worst one to be on, because that's like walking on a trampoline. It just moves. And the contractors are out there just stomping around, and it's like, no, walk gently. It moves. But listen, it's just been a wonderful honor to have been here and to work with so many wonderful people. It's crazy that, I told some of the others that I started out in the Navy in a supply organization, and I ended up, who would have thought, in a supply position at Arapahoe County, doing the same thing, offering goods and services to anybody that needs it. The lean and mean philosophy of Arapahoe County is something to be very proud of. I've been very proud of what we do and how we do, and we've been able to follow all the rules. And looking at other entities that have had to have furlough days, and we haven't had to do that because we have always been so lean and mean with our things and not sacrificing the things that we need to have at the county. So I've been very proud of that. But after almost 24 years, it's my turn to send it over to somebody else so you can get to learn everybody in a whole nother realm. So thank you very much for having me.
All right. Stay right there, though. Stay right there. So I'll go ahead and we're going to all comment, but there's a motion. I'll make the motion. And
okay.
A second.
Yeah. In view of the amazing service that you have provided to Arapahoe County for 23 years, as it says in the resolution, service first. And I truly believe that you have modeled that, and we all appreciate that. So in that spirit, I, again, second the motion.
Commissioner Sharp.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be really hard not to see. You are always so happy and smiling, and thank you for everything that you've done, and particularly working with our veterans. And I can't believe you have grandchildren. anyway, you have really done a great job here, and you will be missed, but we wish you the very best in retirement, and come back and visit us every now and then. Not too often, huh? So you want to be enjoying yourself, not remembering the work. But anyway, thank you so much for everything.
Commissioner Holden?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Teresa, we've known each other a long time, and I've always admired the tenacity and commitment you give to your work. But of particular note, as a disabled Vietnam veteran, I want to thank you for all the veterans that you helped while you were there. And I think your great service really led to our ultimately the creation of a Veteran Service Office that is one of the best in the country. And I think you were part of that legacy, and I want to personally thank you.
I'll just say, this is tough. When I started with the county, you were the Veteran Service Officer. As a veteran, I came to see you and got some advice. Then in facilities, you were our purchasing agent for a while, and that eventually transferred over. But God, I've really enjoyed working with you, Teresa, so much. So there's a motion and there's a second. All in favor?
Aye.
And that motion carries unanimously with Commissioner Conti being absent and excused. I'm sure she would add to the comments that you've heard this morning. We're going to send you off with a standing ovation, as we always do, and we're going to take a short recess after that and go out and have a photo op and in front of the logo. And so we'll be back to continue business after that. We'll take a short recess. Badges off.
Oh boy.
The two most important people are still in the audience.
All righty. We'll call the board public meeting for April 23rd back into order. And we have one set of minutes to approve this morning. These are the minutes from April 2nd, 2019, and we had a full board.
I move approval of the minutes.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Holland, seconded by Commissioner Jackson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That motion passes unanimously with Commissioner Conti, of course, being absent and excused. There are several items on the consent agenda. We have removed item 7F from the agenda, but if there are any questions or concerns about any of the items on the consent agenda, if not, then I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Jackson, seconded by Commissioner Sharp. All in favor?
Aye.
And any opposed? None. So that motion carries unanimously. Are there any commissioner comments this morning? Commissioner Jackson.
Thank you, Commissioner. I have two things. The first is that yesterday was the celebration of Earth Day, April 22nd. Earth Day was started in the 1970s when most folks were not aware of, except in terms of their own perceptions of the impact that we've had on the environment in terms of pollution, air quality, water quality, and so on. And since the days, we have now passed the Clean Water Act, the Clean Air Act, the EPA was formed, and a number of initiatives have started to try and get recycling going in a large way, and so on. We still have a long way to go. Our oceans are suffering from plastic gyres that are miles across, and so on. But Earth Day was something that we should celebrate and should mark because we got no other place to go. So we need to take care of our Mother Earth. Second thing I wanted to mention is just something that I always remember, and that is that April 23rd is Shakespeare's birthday. So I want everybody to go out there and read a poem or a sonnet and stop and smell the roses.
Thank you, Commissioner Jackson. Any other commissioner comments? All right, we are adjourned until our next meeting, which will happen anon.